Well, now we'll have a look at the officials. Here they are. Brian Lewis is the referee. Bob Hodges and Will Norris are the two linesmen. As Yuri Sira, who is starting the first game of this first round with an average of 3.61. And we have Gary Edwards with an average of 3.20. And we're getting all set. And there is the Met Center here in Bloomington. Bobby Smith, Steve Payne, and Al McAdam are the three forwards for Minnesota. And on the defense, we have Gary Sargent and Craig Hertzberg. Derligo was given a bump right from the bat. Comes over the line for Sargent, a shot. That's knocked down. Minnesota keeps the puck in. Cleared around by Payne. Into the corner. It's Burrows trying to get it out. Burrows shot it around to the other side. It deflects up over the glass into the crowd.
Oh, and what a noisy crowd we're going to have in here tonight as the Stanley Cup playoffs are underway. Bobby Smith, the young leader of the North Stars, and the big line. Now we have a line change as Sittler comes out to face Bobby Smith. This is the matchup we were talking to you about earlier.
And Brian, he's staying out there, so
head-to-head.
And from the face-off, it goes back. Coming up is Dick Barish, who's playing there on the defense, number 23, back in the lineup. Goes down into Minnesota territory. Payne took his man into the boards, and play is called.
Will Payne, number 99 for the Toronto Maple Leafs, had a good season since they acquired him from Colorado. 30 goals, 44 assists, 74 points.
Sittler for Martin. He missed the puck. Shot out by Al McAdam up to Bobby Smith over on the left wing for Payne. Payne was bumped by Sittler. The puck comes loose, shot across in front of the net. And it's brought back by Terry Martin, who is checked. Gary Sargent gets it over. There's going to be a penalty here to the Leafs. A pass out in front, going in alone, Heitzberg. And shoot. Made a great save on that.
Hugh Roller.
Well, we're back here live at the Metropolitan Sports Center. Face-off is in the rim of the circle in Leaf territory. Sittler's in the penalty box, and the puck is shot back into the crowd.
An elbowing penalty to the Leaf player Darryl Sittler, 1:03 into the hockey game. Glenn Sonmore hasn't been too happy with his power play in the last couple of weeks. It's been fizzling.
That's Eves, number 18 at center. Zanuzzi, number 9 on the right side. And number 8 is Eric Anderson. The puck comes out to center ice. And it's given to Eves. Eves goes over to the far side. That's number 23, Greg Smith, bringing it in with a shot into the corner. Off by Kazicki, but not out. Here comes the drive. That's right on. Sure, stop that. And it's shot down the ice. That was off the stick of Tim Young, number 17. Young goes back for it. No score. First period. As the puck went by Zanuzzi, picked off there by Burrows. Burrows out with Salming Ellis and Kazicki, and the puck is shot down the ice. Young overskates the puck, but back there for it is Eves. Eves starts out now for Minnesota. A pass over to Greg Smith. Greg Smith over the line. Greg Smith takes his shot, and that deflects high up into the crowd.
You'll see a change here now because Glenn Sonmore wanted his big guns out there, but he couldn't do it. They had to take a little bit of a rest. Now a minute has gone by and the penalty to Sittler. Now we'll see Smith and company test the defensive abilities of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good penalty killing there by Kazicki and Ellis of the Leafs. Sonmore said before the game he didn't care whether they met St. Louis or Toronto in the playoffs. He was just happy to finish in 6th place and get the home ice advantage.
So it's Smith out there with Payne and McAdam, along with Heitzberg and Gary Sargent. Salming and Burrows, Paymo, and Hickey. There they're lining up. That's a good picture of Bobby Smith. All set to go. There's 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the penalty. No score in the game. 17:59 to go in this first period. Puck comes back. Hartsburg takes his shot. Sarah made a good save on that. Now it comes back to him again. Hartsburg over to Sargent. Sargent then gets it off to the side to Smith. Bobby Smith trying to get front. Gets the shot. Let it score! On the rebound. Steve save. And that makes it 1-0 Minnesota.
Steve Payne, 42-goal scorer, but watch Bobby Smith set it up. This is the combination Sonmore wanted out there. The shot on Sterry made the save off Smith, but Payne, standing just off to the post, popped it in. 1-0 on the power play. As Sittler was in the penalty box, Payne gets the first playoff goal.
Payne got the goal. Smith and Sargent are the that got the assist.
Now we have an elbowing penalty here to Minnesota, so the Leafs counter with their power play as we look again at the goal by Payne. Saw him, he couldn't be in two places at once. He had to go, or rather Burroughs did after Smith. The shot, the rebound to Payne, in behind Yuri Sira, who earlier made two big saves off Hartsburg and one off Tim Young. Paul Schmier for elbowing.
.229 is the time of the elbowing penalty. So we have Darryl Sittler up there with Hickey and Pamo, Turnbull, and Ron Wilson. The puck comes back to Wilson. Wilson shot, and Edwards made the save on that. It's clear to the blue line, but not out. Here's Wilson going in again with a shot. Right in front, the rebound. They bang at it twice. And it ends up on Sittler's stick. Sittler and Pamo try to get to it. There's going to be a play call here and a penalty handed out. Pamo.
What a battle for that puck.
Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff is coming to you from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota. Teams are even at 5 aside, and we have Sittler staying out there with Terry Martin, Boria Salming, and Burroughs. That's number 11, Tom McCarthy for Minnesota. Anderson is 8. Number 23, Greg Smith, and number 3 is Fred Barrett. The puck along the board, Salming and Barrett. Barrett tried to kick it loose, and the referee finally calls the play, and we'll have a face-off. Payne from Smith and Sargent at .217, the first scoring play of the series. Minnesota leading by a score of 1-0. That was Joe Crozier. Saw back of the Leaf bench. The puck comes up for Martin. Martin tried to get away from Greg Smith. Martin has it. Gets over the line. Tries to get set. He was given a bump. And McCarthy gets it into the corner. Barrett gets it up to the blue line. Anderson with McCarthy over the line. Ahead for McCarthy. McCarthy took his shot. Sura stopped that. And he whacked it into the crowd.
Always a dangerous play by a netminder, batting the puck into the crowd like that. In this case, Brian Lewis signaled face-off in the circle. Yuri Sura. Punch Imlach told me today he deserved to start this game tonight. He earned the honor. There he is swatting in that puck high in the air, baseball fashion, knocking it out of the park.
Puck was not dropped fairly, so we'll do it all over again. That's Eaves out there now. Number 18. Hartsburg and Giles out of the defense. And that's Steve Kristoff, number 28, as the Leafs in their own zone with Boria Selming. Gets it up on the right side. And Martin couldn't get over the line. Then they swing sticks. There's going to be penalties there. And Giles will be the one. He swung a stick. And Martin was very fortunate. He was not hit.
Kurt Giles was caught slashing at Terry Martin there a moment ago. Now watch this slash as Martin and Giles go into the boards. As they come off, look out. There's no place for that in hockey.
A slash gives Leafs the odd man advantage. 5 men to 4. 1-0 Minnesota in this first period. Leafs come over the line, and that is called offside. Hitler made one little move too many, and his teammates went in over the blue line, Hickey and Turnbull.
Well, it's up to the winger to stay onside in a case like that. But, of course, that was a new winger unaccustomed to Sittler's playmaking, Pat Hickey on that side.
16:01 remaining in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the North Stars. But the Leafs have the odd man. The puck goes to the blue line. Stopped there by Greg Smith, who was hit by Hickey, but it goes loose. And it's shot down the ice by Mike Polich, number 16. Polich is the lone forward, as Barrett is playing in the defense with Greg Smith. Here comes Turnbull. Turnbull gets it right through. And a shot by Hickey was stopped by Jerry Edwards. Polich at his own blue line, coming up at center. Over the line, team goes into the corner, shot it there, and Turnbull gets it. Ian Turnbull gets it up for Hickey. Hickey's pass ahead to Sittler. Sittler lets the shot go, it's weak. Tries to center it, he did. Came back to the blue line. Wilson, a shot is wide of the net. Greg Smith and Sittler go after it. Ends up in the corner, and Barrett has it. Barrett of Minnesota just lifts it out and down the ice. Grabbed off by Wilson.
Well, that'll bring the face-off deep in the Leaf zone as the Leaf player hit that puck high in the air. But quite a physical game so far. You might have expected that from the Toronto standpoint, trying to slow down the North Stars. There's the time remaining. First period, 14:56. 1 goal scored so far on the power play. Steve Payne from Smith and Sargent.
All set to go for the face-off. It's in the circle, and we have number 16, Mike Polich. All set to go. The puck is dropped. Leafs have possession in their own zone. That's Dave Burrows leaving it there. Now then, Borja Selming goes over here on the wing to Rocky Saganuk. Saganuk up at center, and he fouls into Laurie Boschman and knocked him flat. Now a quick pass on the right side to Anderson. Anderson trying to cut in. Too well covered. Sargent being covered. So is Youngins. It comes out in front of the net, and Heitzberg's got it. Heitzberg of Minnesota. He's trying to get it out. Sargent makes sure of it. Now back on the ice. And the North Stars are back at full strength as Giles. Giles is replaced. Puck goes over to the far wing. The puck is hooked out to the blue line. Going after it, that's Bobby Smith, and he was checked by Borja Selming. 1-0 Minnesota, first period. Smith got it over the line again. Payne couldn't control it, and it's dumped down the ice by Burrows. Greg Smith, a pass to Bobby Smith, and it goes into the corner. Yuri Sura let it go. The puck comes out. There's a screen shot. Just went by McAdam. Here it's right in front for Smith, and Payne missed the relay pass. Back up at center ice for Pat Hickey, too well covered. Barrett gets it over on the wing, and Smith will try it again. Bobby Smith just flips the puck into the corner. And the Stars are changing on the go. That's Anderson out there, and a long pass on the right side, and a drive-by that's knocked down. It's Giles and Vibe, and the puck goes into the corner here. And that's Paul Schmier, the captain of the North Stars, clearing it down to the blue line. Ian Turnbull tries to get it over the line again. Giles knocks it out. And here's the North Stars, 2-on-1, and a pass over the line intended for Tim Young. Young flipped it in back of the net. Tadicki along the boards. That is stopped. Tom McCarthy. Then it comes back to Giles. Then another pass around behind the net. Still has it. Trying to find a man in front. It rolls right into the goal crease. The puck is finally held by Sierra and players call. With the score, Minnesota 1, Toronto nothing. This is Stanley Cup 80. All set for the face-off, and the Leafs get it back to their own net. But still unable to get it out. Homing got it out to center ice. Now it's Pimo with one man back. It comes out in front of the net. Stopping it was Anderson. Then a drive by Burrows is wide of the net. Pimo moves up. Pimo centered it, and Sittler missed that. Back up for number 17, Tim Young, and his pass is cleared by the Leafs back to the blue line. That's number 6. Ball spear up at center ice. Coming over the line is Young. Young gets it over the left wing. McCarthy shoots. And then another shot right on. And somehow Sierra was able to make the save on the short side.
That may have gone off the goalpost, Bill, as they're peppering Sierra early in the hockey game. The Leafs have had a couple of good chances at Edwards, but he's been equal down at the other end. Busy start for Sierra, but he's used to it now. 46 shots these North Stars took against him in Toronto the other night. And he beat them.
Now we have 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first period. 1-0 Minnesota.
There's a fan.
Now we have Eaves at center with Zanuzzi on one wing and Kristoff on the other, and the Leafs bring it out with a pass for Boschman. Saganuk goes back to get it. Rocky Saganuk gets it over onto the right wing, and Parrish shoots one in wide of Gary Edwards. And a hit by Zanuzzi on Boschman, and then the shot into the corner off the boards. Boschman is given a bump by Kristoff. There's a shot. Edwards stopped that. And it's back of the net for Glenn Smith, and he knocked his man down. He comes up to center. It's deflected off Eaves. Zanuzzi goes after it. Zanuzzi hauls Saganuk down. There's going to be a penalty there.
Well, the crowd booing as Ron Zanuzzi is called for holding at 8:56, but there was no question about that one at all, as he took Saganuk down, almost tore his head from his shoulders to the ice, and so he's in the box. That's 5 penalties so far.
Hutchberg shot the puck back to the Leaf defense. The Leafs with a man advantage. Being chased right back. Wilson goes to Boria Salming. Out there is Tom Youngans, number 29, along with number 16, Mike Polich. A pass over on the right side up to Sittler at center. Sittler goes over the blue line. He's bumped. Puck goes loose to Polich, and Polich shot it down the ice. Tom Youngans goes after it. Sierra shot it off the boards, but not out. It's back in the net, into the corner. And it's picked up there by Ron Wilson. His pass, Sittler gets it out to center ice to Salming. Salming over on the right side, in over the blue line. That's offside on a delayed whistle.
Really dangerous penalty killing by the North Stars as they're charging the Leafs. Well, Saturday and Sunday on Sports Weekend, see the Masters live from Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia. Hey, good hockey game so far.
It certainly has been. All set to go now. Tim Young at center facing Sittler. Anderson is out there to kill off this penalty as well for the North Stars. Leafs trying to get on the score sheet here, trailing 1-0 with 10 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first period and 1 minute left in the penalty. The puck in the corner. Barrett shooting it to the blue line, but not out. Now then the North Stars, Young goes back to Greg Smith. Greg Smith passes it back up at center, and it's Anderson over the line. Takes his shot, and he throws it high up into the crowd. Bill Crozier back of the bench. Play underway as it goes to Saginaw. Saginaw gets it over onto the other wing to Anderson. Anderson stops. Gets away from Barrett. Gets it over. And Boschman gets it back to the blue line. Wilson has shut his door.
I think it was Boschman that may have deflected it. They're congratulating Boschman, and now Wilson gets in on the act, and we've got a tie hockey game on a weird kind of a goal. The long shot from the point. That's Ron Wilson, called up recently from New Brunswick. The shot en route. Watch Boschman, number 12. Where is he? And how did it get in? Well, we'll have to wait and see who gets credit. The Leafs came out for the warm-up tonight, all enthused. They were whistling and shouting at each other as they skated around, and there's a great deal of enthusiasm on that club. Now, Ron Wilson has been given the goal. So it's a tie game at 1. The announcer says Boschman.
Wilson and Anderson also got assists on the play. The puck is back in Minnesota territory. We have a 1-1 tie. Boschman getting credit for the goal. Apparently it must have hit him. Now it's Sargent moving in now for Minnesota. And he couldn't get his shot away. The puck along the board. And they go in there. The puck is finally whistled down by referee Brian Lewis.
A wrestling match with Gary Sargent and Dave Burrows. That'll give us a chance to look at that goal again, and perhaps we can see better from this angle how Boschman deflected the shot by Ron Wilson. Boschman is number 12, and boy, that's hard to spot, but the important thing from a Leaf standpoint is the tie score.
Well, there's Bill Derlego, number 19. That's Bobby Smith, number 15, along with McAdam and Payne, Sargent and Hartsburg. The puck in the corner. Teams at full strength. Puck goes loose. Trying to get it. Minnesota has it. McAdam back to Sargent. There's the shot, and that hit a leg and went into the corner. Back for it is Rick Five. Five has given a bump. Five trying to hold it there. Knocked down Bobby Smith. Knocked his man down.
That was Bobby Smith and Derlego was very groggy as he gets up, and he's looking for Smith. It was very difficult to see exactly what happened as this took place away from the play. In the circle, the puck was in the corner. Now, maybe our replay will show you exactly now. Oh, Smith took a punch at Derlego, hit him on the back of the head. The referee's back, you can see, is turned completely to the play. But Vive is going to get a penalty. They missed the infraction by Bobby Smith completely. The punch to the back of Derlego's head. And we'll look at it once again. Watch Smith and Derlego in the center of your screen. Now Smith takes a right-hand punch at the back.
Trying to get it to Zanuzzi. It comes back. Craig Smith then has to go back to Eaves. Eaves coming out with a pass. Rolled it in front. They bang at it twice. Another shot. And that one was wide of the net. Comes back to the blue line. Taken there by Young. Young goes over to Greg Smith. Greg Smith gets this heavy shot away, and he missed. Dan Zanuzzi was bumped into the boards, and the puck is shot down the ice. 1:14 left in by his penalty. A 1-1 tie. Bobby Smith at his own blue line, up the center, burst of speed, over the line. He's dumped. There's going to be another penalty to the Leafs. Ian Turnbull dumped Bobby Smith. Distant.
Hang on, we got some milling around. We mentioned that Smith escaped taking a penalty seconds ago, and now he he got Ian Turnbull to pull one. As he went down, Turnbull called for tripping here. So the Leafs are 2 men short, tripping at 12:39, and there are 57 seconds left in the penalty to Ricky Vive. So the Leafs are really desperate at this point.
And the score is tied 1-1. And the puck is cleared by Borja Salming down the ice. Going back for it, Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg was going to give it to Bobby Smith, but decides to bring it himself. Over to Sargent. Back to Bobby Smith. He's over the line. Smith, a perfect pass to Hartsburg. A giant serious shot down. Oh, that one hit the post on the rebound. It goes over to Hartsburg. Hartsburg to Smith again. Bobby Smith over the line. Drops it back. Closing in is Payne. Back to Sargent. He took a shot. That was knocked down by Burroughs. Goes over to Hartsburg. Hartsburg takes his shot and sure stopped that. Now there's still got it. McAdam back of the net. Now he gives it to Bobby Smith with a shot, and that one was stopped. Back out on the ice is Vive, so they're 1 man short. They're trying to get a whistle, and they do, and a face-off as the Leafs survive 2 men short. Salming getting set for the face-off. Puck in the face-off circle, taken by Pamo. Pamo shoots it down the ice. And going back for it is Gary Sargent, number 22 of Minnesota. There's 46 seconds left in Turnbull's penalty. A pass over here to Smith. Bobby Smith at his own blue line. A pass to Sargent. Sargent moves up over the line. Sargent stops, gives it back to Smith. Smith, whoa, goes back to Sargent in the slot, and that's deflected by Pamo up into the crowd.
.548 to play, and tomorrow night the ACTRA Awards are the feature presentation on CBC television, but there will be coverage of hockey in the Toronto, Edmonton, Vancouver, and Montreal areas, so check your local listings for time and station in your area.
That's Eaves out there now, number 18 for Minnesota. Number 23, Greg Smith, who knocked his man down with a knee, and he's going to get a penalty. Greg Smith of Minnesota stuck out the knee.
Well, there's been hard feelings between these clubs for many weeks now, and the busiest man in the arena tonight is the referee and the penalty timekeeper. .14-19, the tripping penalty to Greg Smith of Minnesota.
Tim Young, number 17, out there now, along with Hartsburg and Smear.
You know, this is what Glenn Sonmor did not want, a slowdown in the action. He wanted to keep the tempo brisk. He wanted to keep the pressure on the Leafs. Crozier, just the opposite. He said there's no big mystery about this series. The key will be how well we can get into their zone and make things happen.
20 seconds left in Turnbull's penalty. The teams are playing 4 aside. The puck goes loose. There's Derligo coming down the ice over the blue line. Trying to go through, and it's Young coming back from Minnesota. Up with Hartsburg. A long pass for him. And it's broken up by the Leafs. A clearing pass out for Derligo, and Turnbull's back out. So that means that the Leafs have Turnbull out there on the ice with Pat Hickey, along with Derligo and Borja Salming. A 1-1 tie. 5:06 remaining in the first period. A pass to Derligo. Derligo right in front, and his backhand was just off the target. Comes out in front of the net. Cleared by Young down the ice. Yuri Sura leaves it there for Ian Turnbull. Turnbull comes back at center ice. Over the line. Stops. Gets it over to Ron Wilson. Wilson tried to feed it in front. And it's Bullock shooting it down the ice. We have 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first period. Leafs with a man advantage. Coming up is Turnbull over the line. Shoots it around on the boards. It goes over for Boschman. Then it's Wilson trying to get in front. Turnbull gets the puck. Turnbull gets it over to Wilson. He scores!
2 in a row for Wilson. Well, he set up the first one, actually. They gave it to Boschman, but here, Wilson breaking in as the penalty time expired, and the Leafs have taken a 2-1 lead here at the Met Center. Turnbull and Wilson fighting for the puck. A broken stick, did it help or hinder the play? Didn't seem to matter much in the final run, because here comes Wilson in that low shot to the corner, stick side of Edwards, and the Leafs take a 2-1 lead. And this crowd is suddenly very quiet at the Met Center. 15:51, I believe they announced is the time.
So that makes it 2-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. In this first period, after trailing 1-0, they have scored 2 in a row. It goes back to number 2, Kurt Giles. Got it up to center ice. The Leafs recover. It goes back to Burrows. Burrows gets it out in front. And then Gary Merton was given a jolt. Going back to get the puck is Giles. Giles off the board. Minnesota trying to come out of their own territory. And that's Kristoff getting it up. Puck pass just failed. As the North Stars go to the bench to make a change, and the Leafs try to bring it out. That's Sittler with Paymo. And Hickey, a long shot. Edwards stopped that. And now Hartsburg. Back of the net. Into the corner to Sargent. Sargent is given a bump. Sargent goes back of the net. Over onto the wing again. And the North Stars now having difficulty in their own territory. It's kicked into the corner. Picked off by Sargent. Sargent shot it, batted down by Turnbull, and they call the play. The puck goes in front and was just chopped by the open side of the net. Puck is still loose. Picked off by Zanuzzi, who kicked it. Now Kristoff has the puck. Gets it back to Young. Young goes back to Kristoff. Kristoff being watched. Goes back for Young, and it's knocked out to center ice. Paymo went after the backhand. Edwards had no trouble with that. Now it's Greg Smith. Clearing it up and down the ice. Turnbull goes back for it with 1:19 to go in the first period. 2-1 for the Leafs. The puck is stopped. Young tried to get to it, and it's cleared down the ice. Going back to get it is Greg Smith. Smith has it behind the side of the net. Gets it over onto the left wing. And now here come the North Stars. Bobby Smith up at center, over the blue line, dropped it back. After it is Sargent. Gary Sargent into the corner. North Stars trying to get it in front. Here's a backhand, a shot. It ain't score! Sargent ties it up.
Gary Sargent coming right into the goal crease area of Yuri Serra has tied the game with 45 seconds to play in the period. Watch them set it up from the corner. Now, the Leaf defense got a little mixed up in their signals. Burrows looked at the man. Well, he didn't quite get there in time as Sargent parked off the crease, popped it in behind Serra. We've got a tie score at 2. The time of the goal, 19:15. Watch it from this angle. Bobby Smith comes from the corner, and he did a good job of that, bringing it right in, and Sargent there for the rebound. 19:15 the time.
Play underway as Zerlego shoots the puck in. Edwards shots it into the corner. Have a 2-2 tie. And Minnesota trying to get out. A pass up at center ice for McAdam. McAdam out there with Bobby Smith and Payne getting a lot of ice time in this first period. Now that's Hartsburg back to Sargent, he looks up at the clock with 12 seconds. To McAdam, back to Hertzberg. Here comes a long shot. That one deflected off Borja Salming's stick, and then he got away from Sira as it took a dip. It goes out, the horn goes, and the first period is over. And it was quite a period. So the score at the end of the first period is Toronto 2, Minnesota 2.
Almatir out there. He could be going tomorrow night. It's a wait-and-see situation to see what happens here tonight, but there was one development today. Richard Mulhern was called back to Toronto because of an illness in the family. His wife was taken ill, and Richard Mulhern went back to Toronto. Dan Maloney's injured thumb still not ready. He won't be able to play for a day or two at least. Carl Brewer is here but not playing tonight for Toronto. Kurt Ridley is also here but not in action.
Okay, Brian, it brings us all up to date here with a 2-2 tie at the Sports Center here in Bloomington. And it's Phil Delago, Rick Vye, Pat Hickey starting for the Leafs. And it's Bobby Smith with Steve Payne and Al McAdam. Hertzberg on the defense, along with Gary Sargent, who tied the game up in the last minute of the first period. Now here come the North Stars. A long shot into the corner. McAdam has it off the boards. Rolled to the front. It goes to Gary Sargent. Then a pass out for Payne. That bounces out to center right. Minnesota go back. Now they bring it back in again. It's knocked out in front of the defense. Burrows couldn't get it out. Smith is checked by Hickey. The puck is out now to Rick Vye, and he lost it. Hertzberg gets it over to Sargent. Sargent back to Hertzberg. Hertzberg up at center ice to Smith. Smith's shot hit a leg. Goes right back to Gary Sargent. There's going to be a penalty against the Leafs. As Steve Payne was hit, the Leafs touched the puck.
So in the very first minute of play in this second period, the Leafs are penalized. Bill Derlego into the box for hooking at 51 seconds. North Stars have Eves and Kristoff out there, two very clever stick handlers.
And so the Leafs start the second period off almost like the first. Sittler went in the penalty box at 1:03. 51 seconds, and the puck is held against the board. All set to go. The puck comes back to the blue line. That's Greg Smith having it handed back to him. Now it's over. There's the drive by Kristoff. That was stopped by Salming, who's having tough time getting up. It goes over. Tim Young a shot, and that deflects up into the crowd. That was Eves in front of the net, but I think Salming caught that one on the ankle, and he's down.
Let's hang on a minute now as Salming is still down on his knees. We'll watch the shot again. Yeah, it looks like it caught him right on the ankle as it was deflected in front of Yuri Sira. Guy Kinnear, the Leaf trainer, is out there now. All the Leafs, of course, on edge, looking at the great defenseman, Borja Salming, limping now to the Leaf bench, and they're hoping he can skate this one off. Salming still making his way, and now he wants to turn and take a circle or two. I think he's going to be all right. Here's the shot again by Tim Young. Winds into the slap shot. Salming gets the deflection on the ankle.
Play is underway. The puck out in front goes to the blue line. Sittler comes down with Turnbull. Sittler tried to set up Paymo, and the puck cleared out, and here's the 3-on-2 for Minnesota. Eves over the blue line. Eves going in with Zanuzzi. He's got it over to Kristoff. Kristoff shoots. Another shot. They roll at it, and Yuri Sira somehow held that one up.
Oh, that was truly remarkable as Eves, who is a very dipsy-doodle guy inside that Leaf zone, set it up and then almost finished off the play, only to be robbed blind by Sira, the goaltender. Watch, here's Eves coming in. There's the rebound now. Going past Turnbull right onto Eves' stick. Off the post, and Sierra looks for the rebound and gets it and smothers it.
Those goalposts are awfully good. Yuri Sierra.
Yeah, he's had a lot of help from them lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, but what was it, 6 or 7 in Toronto on Saturday, and now he's had at least 3 so far. We're just into the second period, a 2-2 tie. Bobby Smith of Minnesota. Along the boards, there's Kazicki, and he elects to hold it with a skate and play his call. There's 1 minute and 7 seconds left in Bill DeLego's penalty. The puck is in the circle. Shot to the blue line. Sargent kept it in, and it's picked off. There's McAdam getting it over to Bobby Smith. Bobby Smith slowly in the corner, trying to set something up. Still has it. Given a shove. Still has it. Now he goes back to Sargent. There's the shot. And that one is stopped. Sargent's got it again. Knocked it in. Turnbull flipped it. And finally it's out over the line. Stopped by the linesman. And Minnesota just shoot it right back in again. 0. Then it was cleared down the ice by the North Stars. That was McAdam, who back passed without looking. North Stars come up to center ice. Ayers poke check by Turnbull. Steve Payne. Now then it's Hartsburg, and Gloria Salming stopped him. Bobby Smith. He's hooked. There's going to be another penalty here to the Leafs. And it's going down the ice. Play is called, and the Leafs have a penalty. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota. So the North Stars with Eves out there. Eves watched by Sittler. Eves still has it. Goes back of the net. Trying to get it to Kristoff. Eves goes back to Greg Smith. Back to Eves. Eves took a shot. And that was knocked into the corner. Puck is grabbed off there by Eves again. Eves goes to Greg Smith. There's his shot to knock that down. Cleared by Zanuzzi into the corner. Eves has it coming out in front. Takes the shot. And he blasted it wide. Now Eves has it again. Into Greg Smith. There's his shot. That was knocked down. And that's again his Kurt Salming. And he's leaving the ice. Digna, number 17, gets it up on the right side. Zanuzzi over on the wing for Kristoff, and that shot back. Hartsburg has to go back for it. He's back in the net. 57 seconds left in the penalty. Up comes the North Stars to center. No further than the blue line, though. And finally, Bobby Smith shoots the puck in. Ellis and Kristoff go after it. It goes to the far wing. Burrows takes a look. Failed to get it out. Minnesota has the puck. And it's called offside. Just outside the blue line.
All right, we keep you posted on those out-of-town scores. Here in Minnesota, it's 2-2. Montreal now leading Hartford 4-0 there in the third period. Chartrand, Lafleur have scored the other goals for Montreal. Buffalo leading Vancouver 2-0 now as Luce has got another Buffalo goal.
Heading set to go for the face-off. 39 seconds left in the penalty. A 2-2 tie. Second period. Hartsburg goes back for it for the North Stars. Shot it off the boards for Gary Sargent. Sargent now gets it ahead too far. Shot right back again. So far the Leafs have been very effective killing off penalties. Al McAdam went down, and Bobby Smith will have to try his luck again. Bobby Smith. Shot the puck in. Going after it is Kristoff. It goes to Smith. Smith goes back to Hartsburg, then back to Smith. Smith then to Hartsburg. There's a screen shot. Sure stopped that. Another shot, and Sierra's got that again. Yuri Sierra stopping 2 in a row.
Oh, he lost his goal stick on that, as he's done often in the past. Smith again, the key man here, setting it up. There's the shot, and the rebound comes loose here. And Sierra's down. It looks like the player can flip it up and in. That's McAdam, 25, but Sierra was able to catch that one too. He's been the story for the Leafs tonight.
We have Tim Young at center ice now. Number 11 is Tom McCarthy. Anderson on the right side. Giles playing on the defense, along with Paul Smear. Now the Leafs fail to get the puck out. There's Young getting it over to Anderson. He took a shot. Turnbull went down, but Sierra held his ground and covered that one. Goes right back in again. Anderson. He's trying to get out. John Anderson picking his way to center. Gets it over to Saganek. Saganek a shot. Edwards goes down and holds that one out.
It's quite a test for Edwards, who's really been not overworked down there.
Well, we're back live at the Met Center. Face-off will be in the North Star zone to the right. Bob Edwards. The puck against the board. Tim Young gets it up on the right wing, and it's cleared by Anderson down the ice. Back to get it is Dave Parrish. Parrish picking his way out to his own blue line to center. Comes over the Minnesota line, drops it there, and a shot is deflected into the corner. Minnesota unable to get it out. Anderson fighting for it. John Anderson has it. Anderson shoots. Edwards stops that and knocks Saganek. Tried to get to it. Ian Turnbull a shot right on Edwards. Now it's Minnesota trying to get that puck out. They do to center, but no further as Turnbull gives it to Boschman. Boschman is hit by Spear. The puck is knocked out. There's a race for the puck. Going after it, number 11, Tom McCarthy, and the Leafs recover and shoot it back out to center ice. A pass for Paymo. Paymo, number 99, into the corner, centered it out in front. And there's going to be a penalty here as Paymo was given a jolt. It's going to be the Leafs again. There's a high shot. Another drive goes back to the goal. Play is called and a penalty handed out. With the score, Toronto 2, Minnesota 2. This is Stanley Cup 80.
These teams took 10 penalties in the first period. Now the Leafs have picked up 3 penalties in a row, and you begin to wonder how long can they play shorthanded before the North Stars break through.
Well, you look up on the board there and you see 28 shots to 14, and we've still got 13-12 to go.
It looks like a 50-shot night for Yuri Sierra, the way things are going.
Bobby Smith out there again with McAdam and Payne. He wins the draw, gets it back to Hirschberg, over to Sargent. Gary Sargent goes back to Hirschberg, back to Sargent. Tried to shoot it through. The puck goes loose. Terry Martin gets it out. It's back at center ice. Sargent over to Hirschberg. Hirschberg, flip pass over the line for McAdam. McAdam closing in, takes his shot. Sierra stopped that. Goes down, the puck is gone. And the fans here in Bloomington are objecting to that quick whistle.
Well, they just try to help Brian Lewis referee the hockey game. Saturday and Sunday on Sports Weekend. A reminder again to watch the Masters live from Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia.
The puck goes to Boria Salming. He slapped it off the boards, but not out. Sargent goes to Hirschberg again. Then he gets it over to Smith. Robbie Smith trying to find a man in position. Goes back to Sargent again. A shot! And Yuri Sierra had no trouble with that.
Well, you talk about shots on goal. There haven't been too many easy ones for him here tonight either. They've really peppered him. Well, let's watch this again as the Leafs have picked up their fourth straight penalty. Laurie Boschman, extreme right of your screen, takes the Minnesota player down. But just before that, Bill, Boschman was held, hooked, held again all the way out of the Minnesota zone. Again, out of the eyesight of the referee, and he was absolutely frustrated when he took that penalty, and I can hardly blame him.
Okay, Brian, then from the face-off, the puck goes back to the blue line. Now then, Bob Smith. A long shot. Zero stopped that. The rebound. Kane is grabbed. Gets the puck again. Tried to get it to McAdam in front of the net, and it's shot down the ice. Going back for it. Number 4, Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg coming up to center ice. And they shoot the puck into the corner, going back of the net. That ends up on McAdam's stick in the corner. McAdam goes back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg gets it over to Sargent. Shot, and that one gets deflected wide of the open corner. Now then, Sargent keeps it in again. A shot. Vera stopped that. Kane gets it over to Smith. Bobby Smith cleared it out in front. Goes to McAdam. McAdam back to Sargent again to McAdam. His shot. It's tied up on a skate. Tamo can't get it out. Sargent a drive. It's wide. The rebound kept in by Minnesota. McAdam back to Sargent. Back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg into the corner to Smith. Smith. 40 seconds in the penalty. Hartsburg shot. Turnbull clears it out and down the ice. Back of the net. Cleared out on the wing. Smith gets it to Hartsburg. Over for Sargent. It goes into the corner and they get a whistle.
With a break in the action, all of us on Hockey Night in Canada extend our sincere sympathies to the family of one of our producers, Brian Wayne. Brian lost his mother, Mrs. B. Wayne, on the weekend after a lengthy illness. Mrs. Wayne used to be a regular at all the Toronto Maple Leaf home games. Quite a hockey fan, and she'll be missed. What a period of hockey we're watching here tonight as the Leafs have been under pressure from the opening shot, playing shorthanded and doing a remarkable job of it, and the fans going absolutely bananas at the inability of the North Stars to score a goal here.
Well, it's up to 35 now to 15 in favor of Minnesota. There's one right in front, and Erie Syrup got a hold of it, covered up.
36 shots now. We're just past the halfway mark of the hockey game.
8 minutes, 28 seconds to go. There's the fans here in the Metropolitan Sports Center. They're all excited. Can't believe the goalkeeping they're seeing, I'm sure, although the fan were here for the one where they had 60-some-odd shots. Here's another shot. Score! Giles from the blue line.
Well, let's watch again as Giles unleashes a screen shot that catches the corner, stick side of Yuri Serra. He had no chance on it whatsoever. I believe you saw in the replay how screened he was in the shot. Glenn Sonmore, back of the bench, can breathe a little easier now because the North Stars and their fans thought it was never coming. Two bodies in front of Yuri Serra obstructing his view, and it's 3-2, the North Stars in front.
We have 8 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the second period. Minnesota now leading 3-2. Back come the Leafs. Laurie Boschman over the blue line. Boschman tried to pass back. Turnbull couldn't get to it, and Giles has got it again. Giles, a pass over the line. And it rolls right to Yuri Serra, and he picks it up and holds out of it.
Well, Giles is one of those hockey players who's always first in the dressing room, a two-time All-American from Minnesota Duluth. Got a vicious hip check as well.
Live from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota, the Stanley Cup playoff.
So the Minnesota North Stars on the long shot by Giles from Eaves and Zanussi at 11:35 go in front by 1.
Barrett tried to get the puck over the line. The No Stars do. Tom Youngin goes after it, number 29. Solming clears it, but not out. It was knocked down by Anderson. Polish is out there. He's in alone. Takes the shot. And that was stopped by Yuri Sura. Now it's another try, and a penalty will be handed out to Leafs again. The puck is right in front of the net. Play is called hooking Solming.
I can't recall ever seeing a margin in penalties against one team in a playoff game like we've seen here tonight in this second period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against the Leafs as Polish almost slipped it through the legs of Sira, who's been absolutely fantastic here tonight. Seconds later, Solming is called for hooking. 5 straight penalties in the second period. It's incredible. .38. Solming looks exhausted.
Maybe that's the only place he could go to get a rest. Here comes back to Hartsburg, a shot. Right in front, they bang at it. And Yuri Sira's down there again with it.
We're up to 40 shots on goal in favor of Minnesota. 42 now to 15. They're putting them up faster than I can count them. Game 3 of this first round playoffs will be played back in Toronto Friday night on the CBC. Friday, April 11th, Minnesota, Toronto at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On the faceoff, it comes back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg is getting it into Smith. Nobby Smith gets it back. Hartsburg gets it over to Sargent, a shot. That rolls in front. He's a backhand by McAdam, and there was nobody there. Now it's Payne coming in front. It goes to Sargent. There's his try. Sura stopped that. Another one. That one hit the goalpost. And the puck taken by the North Stars again. Play is called, and we have another penalty.
This time to Minnesota. Sira had another save and one off the post again. On the replay, maybe we can catch it here for you. There's the shot by Sargent. Turnbull couldn't get the rebound. Off the goalpost, it stayed out. And the North Stars draw a penalty here. Bobby Smith. Playing with a broken stick. See the penalty time to Solming, a minute 24. Bobby Smith just got in there.
So the teams are even at 5 aside. 3-2 Minnesota. The puck stolen by Payne and a shot by McAdam. He just didn't get enough wood on it. Now it's back for the Leafs. That's Billy DeLego, number 19. A pass up to Turnbull over the line. Goes into the corner. Cleared out in front. And a backhand by DeLego. It ends up at the side of the net, and Edwards covers up. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second period. 3-2 Minnesota.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard now while we have line changes. Don't go away. Pittsburgh, a final over Boston. Pittsburgh jumps in front. 4-2 the final score. An upset. Oh, the Penguins. Nobody picked that one.
Now it's up for the Minnesota North Stars in their own territory. Coming up as Giles, who scored a goal, the tiebreaker. Giles centered it out in front. That comes back to Spear. The shot is deflected by Syrup into the corner again. And they get a whistle.
.5:53 to play in the period. 45 shots on Sierra. There's the shot calculator high over, actually right over Sierra's head. He could look up and count for himself almost. 45-16.
He can look down the other end too, and
maybe he doesn't want
double
to.
Him up. There's 31 seconds, Solming. 106 for Bobby Smith, and that was covered by Yuri Sura.
He hasn't had time to look up.
That's for
He
sure.
takes his eye off the puck, is liable to go in. Oh, boy, he's full of energy, that Glenn Sonmore. Look, he's quite a delightful guy to interview, and he's just perpetual motion behind that bench.
On the face-off, it comes back to Giles. Giles shot one. Zero deflected that into the corner. McCarthy is draped along the boards. Turnbull's with him. The puck comes loose to Tim Young. Young just failed to get it out in front, and the Leafs come back. That's Ron Wilson with Sittler over the line, and a pass for Sittler didn't work. Now then the North Stars coming back down the ice, over the line, a pass back. There gets it, there's a shot. Zero stopped that. And back on the ice is Selming. Now then the North Stars are short-handed. That's Tom Youngins, number 29 out there. Puck deflects in behind the net. 23 seconds left in the penalty. Puck stolen by Paymont to Sittler. Sittler trying to get it out in front of the net. Sittler again, still fighting for it. And the puck along the boards. Paymont, then for Hickey. Hickey is given a shove. The puck goes out. There's a race for it. Polish went after it. It's back for Paymont. Paymont getting it over for Sittler, who's checked. The puck comes along the board, and it was knocked down with a high stick, so it'll come outside the blue line.
Mike Polish once belonged to the Montreal Canadiens.
The Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota. Play just underway as the puck goes into the corner. That's Gary Sargent of the North Stars holding it against the boards with Derlego. And we got a whistle.
The penalty box has been cleared. We've got 4:27 left in the period, and the Leafs really survived the barrage. Now, if they can just hold the North Stars at this point, perhaps get some more shots on Gary Edwards and come out of this period as they are, possibly with a tie, they'd be very happy with that.
It goes into the corner. Sargent gets it around on the board. Coming up is Payne. Payne shot it over to McAdam. McAdam rolled it for Bobby. Dave Payne standing uncovered, and he didn't make any mistake on that one.
Well, now you know why he scored 42 goals during the regular season and why this line as a unit scored 111 times. McAdam to Payne completely unguarded in front of Sierra as the teams were playing at even strength. And the Leafs were not able to hold them at even strength when they did such a marvelous job playing short-handed. 15:47. His second of the night. It's 4-2. McAdam gets the assist, and Bobby Smith gets one.
15:47 is the official time of the goal. Here comes Minnesota again. Over the line from McAdam to Payne. Payne closes in, takes a shot, another shot. As they're all over the Leafs now with that 4-2 lead. Bobby Smith jammed against the board. Until puck comes loose. Heitzberg trying to get it through, and the Leafs desperately get the puck out to center ice. The pass over for Kristoff. Kristoff still hits Zanuzzi. Ian Turnbull takes his shot, and that bounced off a skate and goes up into the crowd. The puck is back to Greg Smith. Greg Smith into Barrett. Barrett's pass ahead. Eves gets it over to Kristoff. Kristoff shoots the puck in. Zera fails to get it out. It's Eves against the boards with Burrows, and also in there is Boschman and Zanuzzi.
Can't help wondering, Bill, if the Leafs just had a little bit of a letdown there after doing all that hard work to kill off all the penalties. They might have just taken a breath and said, well, we can relax a bit now, and the North Stars capitalized on it.
Well, they look fairly tired out there at the moment after killing all those penalties, particularly Salming. Zanuzzi goes down, and we'll have another face-off. Let's go down to Dave Hodge.
Let's go downstairs quickly now to Dave Hodge.
You, David.
Coming up in the second intermission, I'll talk to Pat Hickey of the Maple Leafs, and the general manager of the Winnipeg Jets, John Ferguson, is here. He will join Brian and myself for a panel discussion on this first round of the playoffs. We'll make some predictions, 8 of them, in fact, to match each and every series that is beginning tonight.
Cue. Play underway. They puck along the boards, and they'll do it all over again.
John Ferguson's here. Floyd Smith is here as well. Limping a bit, the cast still on his leg, says he's feeling pretty well, all things considered.
That's Kristoff coming into the face-off circle. Boschman, Anderson, and Saganak, 4-2, Minnesota leading. 2:54 remaining in the second period. The puck goes back of the net. Zera shoots it around for Boschman. Boschman can't get it out, but it's rolled out. And Greg Smith handed it to Boschman, who got it over to Saganak. Saganak shot the puck in. Going back to get it is Fred Barrett. Barrett in back of the net, flips it around for Kristoff. And Kristoff sends Eves up to center ice. Number 18 is over the line. Is knocked down. Zanuzzi goes to the puck with Eves. A shot right back again. Eves couldn't get to it. Whistle down, and we'll have another face-off.
Well, you look at young Kristoff and Eves. They've really impressed us out there tonight with their skating and stick handling. Montreal leading Hartford 6-0 there. No trouble for the Canadians in their first game against Gordie Howe, Dave Keon, and the Whalers. Islanders leading in Los Angeles 7-0. Another rout shaping up there.
The puck is cleared by Zera just in time. It comes out to center ice. Cleared off the board by Tom McCarthy, and it goes sliding back into Leaf territory. Zera ups it for Turnbull. Ian Turnbull couldn't get it out as Tim Young shot it back into the corner. Parrish can't get it out. They're along the board. See, the puck is still loose. Turnbull covers his check. Play is called.
Turnbull living up to his nickname Bull on that one. In that game with the Islanders, Bill Trottier scored 2 shorthanded goals in 1 period, and that's the Stanley Cup record, probably the first of 1980. The Islanders 7-0 over LA Kings in the third period. Trottier with 3, Merrick with 2, Lane and Bossy.
Okay, Brian, we have 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in Bloomington, and the puck is knocked down. Smear knocked it into the corner. Shot back of the net. Tim Young just failed to get to it. North Stars pressing. The puck comes out to Paymont. Paymont over the blue line. Paymont took a shot, and that was wide. Sittler from the other side is caught by Anderson, and they get a whistle. Paymont and Giles in front of the net. Paymont given a shove, and Sittler shoved Smear.
That's Paul Schmier.
Barry Martin. Barry Martin and Schmier. Sittler's got a hold of.
Paul Schmier was the MVP in the WHA a couple of years ago and has given the North Stars a lot of experience on defense. Martin just hammering him to the back of the head. Terry Martin showing himself to be quite a rugged opponent here against Paul Schmier. Minute 23 left on the clock, second period. The North Stars holding a 4-2 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 1. I'll bet that right hand of Terry Martin hurts. Well, we've got a couple of Leafs in the penalty box and a couple of North Stars. Tamar, the other Leaf, along with Martin. Now, is Sittler going in as well? No.
We have 1:23 remaining in this second period. 4-2 Minnesota. Referee and the two linesmen are sorting out who goes where. So far, there's two North Stars in there. There have to be two Leaf players. The question is it Darryl Sittler?
Edmonton leading Philadelphia 3-2 in the third period. Wouldn't that be something? Who predicted that one?
Hard to believe the other one. Pittsburgh over Boston.
Well, that's what makes the Stanley Cup playoffs so exciting each year. We got to look there at how that started. It ended up in quite a scrap between Martin and Schmier. Schmier trying to get at Sittler. Parrish wondering whether he should be third man in, decides not to be. Martin and Schmier got 5-minute fighting penalties. Pema and Giles got 2-minute slashing penalties with a minute 23 to play. So we've had 10 penalties now in each period, 20 penalties in total. But the one they're talking about is the figure on the shot clock, 50 shots against Yuri Sira.
There they are. There are the shots, 50-16.
Glenn Sonmore told me before the game if they could cause some confusion in front of Sierra, they're more apt to score on deflections and tip-ins because of the fact he, well, in Sonmore's opinion, stays so far back in the net. He said with Palmateer in there, they'll take a little different approach. They'll expect Palmateer to gamble and come out a little bit farther and charge the shooters.
On the face-off, the puck back to the blue line. Burrows the shot. That's knocked down. And back come the North Stars. That's Bobby Smith with McAdam over the line. Smith stops. Gives it to Sargent. Sargent goes over to Heitzberg. Heitzberg shoots on. And that was stopped by Cyril. Back up for Derlego. Derlego over the line. And he got the puck get away from him. And the North Stars have it again. Bobby Smith at his own blue line, coming to center ice. Over the line. Drops it back to McAdam. There's a drive, and that's high. As they try to set it up for Hertzberg. Now it's Bobby Smith again with it. Jammed against the boards. He gets his stick on it and holds it there for a face-off.
Well, here we are in our broadcast location, Bill, in the Metropolitan Sports Center, and we've got a grand view of all the action on the ice. Just watching Bobby Smith make a line change there. We were talking about the comparison, Smith and Sittler. They're both very, very strong in the offensive zone. Puck control is the name of the game when Sittler and Smith are out there.
And they had another great scoring opportunity on that one. Minnesota leading 4-2. Back of the net for Turnbull. Turnbull being watched by Polish, but it comes out here on the wing to Parrish. Parrish sends it up for Anderson. Anderson is hauled down. The puck goes into the corner, around on the boards on the other side. Now the North Stars bring the puck out. Barrett getting it up to center. Polish gets it the rest of the way, but it's called back on an offside. 13 seconds left. Second period.
Turnbull's had a strong game for Toronto tonight. And this is the 7th appearance by a Minnesota team in the Stanley Cup playoffs during their 13 years in the league. This is a good shake-off of a check by John Anderson. And look at this play here as the Minnesota defender pulls him to the ice after it looked like he'd managed to stay on his feet.
All set to go. The puck is kicked to Fred Barrett. Mike Eaves out there. The puck is shot out and down the ice. Going back for it is Dave Parrish. Parrish with 3 seconds shoots the puck around on the board. It's stopped. The shot out in front. And the horn goes to end the second period. Which saw the Minnesota North Stars score the only 2 goals of the period. Have a bit of a mix-up. A hook shot, the Leafs in the second period, 30-5. 30-5 with a shot on goal in the second period in favor of Minnesota. And so the score at the end of the second period is Minnesota 4 and Toronto 2. The side. Al McAdam with Smith, Hatchberg, and also Gary Sargent. There's a final score, Montreal 6 and Hartford 1. And in the third, it's Philadelphia now is tied Edmonton 3-3. So a few changes since your conversation, Brian. The puck goes back into Minnesota territory. Picked up there, brought out by Sargent. Sargent at the blue line. Up the center ice. Just takes his time, goes back again, and this appears to be what the North Stars are going to try and do, and that's just play a real checking game now with a 4-2 lead. Roya Selming watched by Bobby Smith, who hooks it back. Hatchberg gets the shot away. The rebound out in front. And Sura tipped it off to the side. Cleared out and down the right wing. A pass for Derlego. Derlego and Hickey can't get anywhere. And the North Stars come back. Hatchberg over the line. Drops it back. It comes out in front. McAdam trying to get a whack at him. And it's cleared up on the left wing here to Boria Selming. Selming with a long shot. That was covered easily by Gary Edwards. The puck into the corner. Now it's being brought up by Kristoff. Kristoff up to the blue line, up to center. Skates over to the wrong wing, over the blue line. Still has it. Goes around, goal right in front of the net. And the Leafs break that up. Parrish getting it over on the wing to Paymo. Paymo just shoots the puck in. Going back is Kristoff again, and he has it. Kristoff. A pass up to Zanuzzi. Zanuzzi going up over the line, and it's offside ease. And Zanuzzi got in ahead of him. Well, we're back live here at the Metro Center in Bloomington, and Eaves the center, Zanuzzi on one wing, Kristoff on the other. Boschman, Anderson, and Sagaduk for the Leafs, and then Ian Turnbull with Parrish on the defense. Parrish is knocked off the puck by Kristoff. Kristoff shot it in front. Turnbull gets it out on the left wing to John Anderson. Anderson with a long shot was off the target. The rebound to Eaves at the blue line. He was run into by Parrish. Now the Leafs with Boschman gives the puck away at center ice. Kristoff giving it to Turnbull. Minnesota changing on the go. Here's Zanuzzi getting a chance. Zanuzzi over the line. Zanuzzi closes in. And that pass in front for McCarthy just missed. Back up for Ellis. Ellis over the line. Stops. Got the puck knocked off his stick. Greg Smith gets it through to Tim Young. Tim Young tries to center it. Here's a shot right in front. Sure, stopped on. It's going down the ice. Back for it is Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg is a shot on the Minnesota net, and it's picked off now by Anderson. Anderson gets it out to center ice. Tim Young over the line. Too well covered. Warrior Thelming off the board for Kazicki. Kazicki shot it up to center ice. Tremont gets it over to Sittler. Into the corner. Sittler has skated off. The puck comes loose, and it's broken up now and brought down the ice by Tom McCarthy. McCarthy over the line, brought it out, brought it in again offside. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota. We're back live here at the Met Center, and the score is 4-2 Minnesota, 16:54 remaining in the third period. Derlego facing off. The puck is at the blue line. It's Smith off there with McAdam and Payne. Ian Turnbull can't get the puck out. Finally shot to an open wing. There's absolutely no leap play there, so it's Minnesota shooting it over. McAdam was offside.
Pat Hickey telling Dave Hodge during the intermission the Leafs would like to pop a couple of quick ones, give Edwards some work, but so far they have not been able to do it. Only 17 shots at Edward. And stay tuned for Sports Weekend. The Masters from Augusta, Georgia, live on CBC.
And play underway. The puck gets center, cleared by Parrish into the Minnesota zone. Edwards just cleared it from behind the net, knocked into the corner. And McAdam gets it back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg up to Bobby Smith. Back to McAdam. McAdam just shoots it in wide of the net. It's knocked off the glass. Comes loose. The Leafs trying to bring it out. A long pass is going down the ice. Going back to get it is Giles. He touches it out in the call against the Leafs.
North Stars undefeated in their last 5 straight games at home. Joe Crozier, Punch Imlach in an optimistic frame of mind here this morning. They know the Leafs have had a pretty fair road record all season.
Mike Eaves at center ice with Zanuzzi on the right side, Kristoff on the left. Greg Smith, number 23, has to go back out to center ice with the puck, playing with Barrett. Puck goes in, Boston out there with Anderson and Saganak. Puck goes out to center ice. Shot back into Leaf territory. Round it comes again. Saganak is checked by Eaves. Then Zanuzzi gets in there, and they finally get a whistle.
North Stars, if they should go on to meet another team in the series, hope it isn't Boston. If Boston should advance, because they have never beaten the Boston Bruins in Boston in 13 years of play there.
All set to go for the face-off. The puck is in the circle. Leafs grab a hold of it. Boschman's pass. That's stopped. Brought back by Kristoff. Kristoff fakes the shot. Got it back. Here's Greg Smith. Still with the puck. Into the corner. The puck. Boschman knocked it behind the net. Kristoff gets it. Giving it to Zanuzzi. Zanuzzi right in front of the net. It's set.
Mike Eaves. A lot of the work done on this one by the former Olympic star Kristoff, Steve Kristoff. So that's the 5th Minnesota goal as we watch from behind Yuri Serra. Eaves' shot is on the way just inside the post. The 5th Minnesota score of the hockey game. Now that 3-goal margin looks mighty big.
4:47 is the official time of the scoring play. Mike Eaves from Kristoff. Here comes Anderson down the ice over the blue line. One man back. Gets it back over onto to Schmier. Schmier gets it back. It's shot right near the net. That counts off Anderson wide. Here's Anderson going in again. Takes the shot and he fired it wide. And it went up over into the crowd. Well, we're back live now as we get set for the face-off outside the blue line. That's Tim Young, number 17. The puck goes over for Anderson. Anderson shot the puck in. Turnbull gets it. It comes out for Sittler. Over for Pamo, and that is knocked out to center right. Ron Wilson goes to Turnbull. Over on the wing, back to Wilson. Wilson, a pass up to Turnbull. Turnbull straight down at center. Over the line was bumped, gets it back. There's a shot, and it's wide. The rebound, Edwards goes down, and he covers up.
It was a much more dangerous play than it appeared to be. As Turnbull led the rush, Sittler couldn't bank it in from the side of the net. That's the 18th shot on Gary Edwards. Now, here's the replay of the goal by Mike Eaves. He was the 113th player selected in the 76th draft by St. Louis. Rookie of the Year in the Central League last year. Scored 18 goals for Minnesota. But Kristoff was a big story on that play. The former Olympian. Kristoff, playing left wing for the first time regularly, scored 5 goals in his first 7 NHL games. Those two have sparkled out there.
Well, Darryl Sittler is out there on the forward line now with Pamo and Martin. All set to go. Mike Polich is out there in the forward line now for Minnesota. Greg Smith cleared a pass that goes back to the Leaf defense. 14:07 is the time remaining in the third period. 5-2 in favor of Minnesota. Here they come in again. That's Tom Youngans, who was knocked off the puck. They go to the boards, and they get a whistle.
13:54 to play. Glenn Sonmore likes that home ice advantage. He says if we win this series, it won't be considered an upset. It will be an upset if we should lose. There he is, Glenn Sonmore.
Polich, Tom Youngans, and Zanuzzi are the forwards. Fred Barrett, number 3, and Glenn Smith, number 23. Carrier is out for the first time, number 3 for the Leafs on the defense. And he's out there with Boreas Selming. A pass over on the wing is cleared out by Pamo at the center. We had a bit of a mix-up between Barrett and Pamo, but nothing happened. Then Pamo ran into Zanuzzi. The puck is still in Minnesota territory. Came back. Carrier took his shot, and that one comes out to center right. Zanuzzi shoots it over the line. Carrier has it again. Gives it to Sittler, who in turn handed it back to Zanuzzi. He shoots it. That one hits Selming, I believe, in the face, and he's down.
Let's hope it hit him flat. The flat part of the puck. It was flipped up by Zanuzzi. It wasn't as though it was a slap shot at the neck or anything like that, but Selming, that's the second time he's been injured here tonight. The first time, a shot off the ankle put him down for several minutes. Now that flip shot by Zanuzzi may have caught him under the chin. Here's the replay now, Bill. Zanuzzi just trying to get it into the zone. Well, thank goodness it wasn't a hard shot anyway, but...
Well, he was just trying to dump the puck into the Leaf zone and didn't get it high enough, and...
Well, anytime...
Sorry, I just didn't duck.
Anytime 6 ounces of rubber hits you like that, it stings.
With the score, Minnesota 5, Toronto 2. This is Stanley Cup 80.
Well, the Edmonton Oilers are providing a bit of a ripple in Philadelphia tonight. They forced the Flyers into overtime now. They're tied at 3 at the end of regulation time.
On the face-off, the puck comes back to Gary Sargent. He just shoots it into Leaf territory. Goes around on the boards. Here's Minnesota trying to get it out front again. It's McAdam, Payne, and Bobby Smith out there. Iceberg and Gary Sargent for Minnesota North Stars, who are ahead by 3. Smith gets it up on the left wing. Payne goes after it. Turnbull off the board. Puck with McAdam trying to get loose. He's got it. Here's McAdam with Smith right in front. Ooh, and Smith just failed to deflect it. He was cutting right in front of the net. Now here's Kane with it again, right in front. Another try. McAdam gets it over to Smith. Smith is checked. The puck comes out to center ice, then by. Knocks his man down, Smith, and he's going to get a penalty.
Smith taunting him there, trying to draw him into extra penalty time. Ricky Vive, very emotional before this game, and during the intermission, Bill, after our little talk with John Ferguson, I was passing the Leaf dressing room, and Ricky Vive was patting all the guys on the backs as they came out of the dressing room to start the game, and lending a lot of verbal encouragement, and now he draws a penalty here against the tall centerman of the North Stars, Bob Smith. Smith's weakness is face-offs. Penalties have really hurt the Leafs here tonight, and now 4 more penalty minutes, this time to Ricky Vive. He had the minor for high sticking, and then Bobby Smith taunted him a little bit, and he got an additional 2 minutes for roughing. Smith did not retaliate, you can see clearly. So, frustrating night for the Leafs, 7:39.
12 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the third period. 5-2 Minnesota. Back of the net. They have the odd man for the next 4 minutes and less now. A pass up ahead to Eaves. Eaves shot it in. Turnbull knocked his man down. Sura came out of the net. The puck comes back. McCarthy goes to the side. It's right in front of the slot. Eaves took a whack at it. Now a drive by Giles. He fanned on it. Going into the corner. Picking it up. Number 11. McCarthy. McCarthy goes back to Tim Young. Back to McCarthy. Back to Tim Young. There's his shot. He fired it wide. Pamo took his man into the boards. The puck goes out to center. Back to Tim Young. Young gave it to Pamo. Pamo takes his shot. Edwards stopped that. Pass up. Kristoff. Then it goes over here. Cutting in is McCarthy. Right in on goal. And he shot one off of Burrows. Here the puck's still in there. Turnbull knocks it out. Gets it over on the wing. Kazicki going in with him. Pass right across the goal mouth. Ron Ellis shoots it back to center ice. Grabbed off by Burrows, and now we have it going to Kazicki. Kazicki to Turnbull. Then to Burrows. Burrows shoots it high, and that one went into the penalty box.
53-20, the shots on goal in favor of Minnesota. And despite the 5 goals scored against him, Yuri Sera has been a standout here tonight, especially in that second period.
Well, without all those saves, this game would have been over at the end of the second period. Saying hockey pucks in his dreams tonight, that's for sure. On the face-off, here's Sargent getting it over onto the wing to Heisberg. Off to the wing, comes right back to Sargent. Here comes the drive. And that one hit Ellis on the leg. Here's McAdam giving it to Bobby Smith. Smith drops it to Sargent again, a blast. And he let that one go wide. Brought up to center ice, the Leafs. With Pamo. Covered by Bobby Smith. Shot it back. And now then, Minnesota groups in their own end. 10:09 to go in the third period. 5-2 Minnesota. Bobby Smith over the line. Stop. Tries a pass, only passed it back out and down the ice. 1:34 remaining in the penalties to Rick Vive. Now that's Hedgeberg getting it up at center. Smith couldn't control, poked it though. His dump, and it's cleared by Carrier out to center ice. It slides back into Minnesota territory, and it's McCarthy now. Pass over for Young. Brought up by Anderson. Anderson goes over the line. He stops. Tries a pass over for Giles. Giles goes into... Comes back to him. Giles takes his shot and he missed. Greg Smith couldn't keep it in. It was shot down the ice. 47 seconds left in the penalties. Back up. A pass at center for Anderson. Anderson couldn't reach it. And the North Stars are playing it rather cozy now, not wanting to take any chances with a 5-2 lead and only 8 minutes and 48 seconds left in regulation time. That's offside at the blue line.
Game 2 in this series will be played tomorrow night, and the CBC will bring you Game 3 coverage from Toronto, Friday, April 11th, Minnesota-Toronto, Game 3, Friday night. I imagine Glenn Sonmore will go with Joe Meloche in the game tomorrow night, but the Leaf goaltender, hard to tell.
Hey, Minnesota North Star fans are just starting to file to the exits as the North Stars keep coming on. Here's Spear with a shot. That's deflected, another shot. And was stopped by Cyril, another shot. And Cyril went down and covered on that.
They ought to help him up.
There were 3 perfect chances, and Cyril stopped all 3 of them.
Well, I guess unless you've been a netminder, which neither of us were, Bill, thank goodness, you don't know how weary you can get with all those pads on, stopping 50 to 60 shots in a hockey game. They're up to 56 shots now on Cyril.
And we've still got 8.5 minutes left in the third period. All set to go. That's Polic out there with Youngin and Zanussi. This is a shot, and Zura to stop that deflection. They go to the boards again, and they finally get a whistle. Dave Burrows, number 26. Wilson and Turnbull come out. Zalming has not returned. He went to the dressing room. Probably needed a couple of stitches. That's Boschman out there with Saganuk and Anderson. The puck rolls right in front. The puck rolls there. Youngin centered it right in front of the net. And that one is brought back by the Leafs. Anderson over the line. Saganuk with him. Anderson, a pass. That was broken up, and Spear clears it around into the corner. Minnesota trying to get the puck out. Youngins does. Turnbull goes back for it. A back pass for Ron Wilson. He's bumped. Puck taken by Polic. Polic and Boschman against the boards, and play is called. 7:41 left.
That hurt the linesman, Hodges.
Live from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota, the Stanley Cup playoff.
Well, the game officials have to be just as rugged as the hockey players at times, and they don't have the benefit of that protective padding. There's Hodges taking a wrap right into the boards, clinging to the glass for support. And my Stanley Cup notebook tells me that Frank Patrick was probably the youngest game official in NHL history. He refereed a Stanley Cup game at age 20, many, many years ago.
Hartsburg's shot was knocked down by Bive, who lost his stick. He's up there with Hickey. Hickey nearly got to it, but Gary Sargent made a good play to recover. Bob Smith shot it into the corner, and it goes to Steve Payne. Steve Payne then gives it back to Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg over here to Sargent. Getting it up to McAdam. McAdam at center. Breaks over the line. Drops it back to paint. Right in front of McAdam. And McAdam couldn't redirect the puck. Comes to the blue line. Here's a shot by Hartsburg. The puck goes out to center right. Up for the Leafs now. 55 for the shot. He scores!
Hey.
Put one into the bottom right-hand corner.
Those fans will be coming back here because that took everybody by surprise. Ricky Vive, we talked about his enthusiasm before the game and during the intermission, and he's got a devastating shot. Here, Edwards, who's quite an angled goaltender, comes well out to the front of the crease. He just couldn't get that leg over in time. So it's 5-3 with 6:57 to play. I wonder if that goal will give the Leafs a lift.
Rick Vive. Now it's over the line for Barrett. Barrett has it behind the net, and they get a whistle.
Some of these folks just sat down again as they were getting ready to go. Here's Vives just cruising in over the blue line. Into the slap shot that fools Edwards. 13:03, the time of the goal. The third Leaf goal by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Vive. And Burrows gets the assist.
Face-offs in the Leaf zone. 5-3, 6:42. There's a shot that went off the post. As the North Stars tried to put on some more pressure. Goes back out to Greg Smith. He handed it up to, and then Zanuzzi recovered for him, and then Greg Smith just shoots it out to center ice. Shot back in by the Leafs. Going back to get it, Fred Barrett. Barrett off the board. Kept in there by Ron Wilson. It's shot over to the other side, and here's a 2-on-1. Eves going down over the line with Kristoff. Back for Eves, and that one never got off the ice there as they got mixed up in what they were going to do. The puck goes into the corner. Kristoff again shoots it off the board. Down the ice, Tim Young goes after it, and Saganuk is there. Lucky Saganuk. And he was hit by Steve Payne. Puck goes down into Minnesota territory. Saganuk goes down again. Puck is played out, and Tim Young has it for the North Stars. A drop pass to Giles. Giles trying to get around to the fence here. They're closing in again. Back of the net, right in front. And that one rolled loose to Saganuk. Saganuk comes back over the line. Left it there. And Minnesota has it again. Up over the line. Tim Young rolled it through. Zero then shot it. Zanuzzi tried to get loose. And the Leafs with Anderson coming up to center ice. 5 minutes left in the third period. Down he goes. And Bobby Smith has the puck. Bobby Smith now on a solo rush to center. Over the line. Takes his shot. There's McAdam after. He fired it wide. Smith went after it again. Now then Derlego coming down at center ice. He's knocked over. Puck up at center. Here's Minnesota over the line. Closing in. Smith and McAdam. Smith a shot. Payne tried to get to it. Steve Payne is ridden off by Turnbull, and they get a whistle. 4:24 remaining in the third period. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Oh, there'll be disappointment in Edmonton tonight as Bobby Clarke scored in overtime to give Philadelphia a one-game lead in the series with the Oilers. 4-3 the final. Clark's winning goal in overtime for Philadelphia.
4 minutes and 24 seconds remain in the regulation time. 5-3, Minnesota leading. And now they have outshot the Leafs 59-21. They score! Right from a quick blast. And there again is Eves right at the edge of the face-off circle. And how important those face-offs can be.
Well, holding it in the zone, too, was very important. There's the shot. Oh, just inside that post. The sixth Minnesota goal.
I think that was Kristoff that
Yes, you're right. Kristoff. That young line has been dynamite for Minnesota tonight. The fans appreciate it. 4:19 to play. Giles and Zanuzzi.
Now here's Minnesota again coming over the line. Ellis knocked it down the ice. It's 6-3 now. Cleared out to center ice. Wilson goes over to Turnbull, back to Wilson. Wilson is being watched by Zanuzzi, gets away from him. A pass over to Terry Martin. Martin goes down. The puck comes back to Turnbull. His shot over on the far side, and Kristoff has it again, gets it out. And Kazicki gets back there for the lead. It comes up at center ice. Turnbull. Too well covered by Anderson. Shot around on the boards. Ellis is the first man in for it, but it's shot out over the blue line to center ice. Now Kazicki comes back over the Minnesota line. Gets it over on the wing. A shot. Edwards stopped that. Cleared onto the left side. Coming down the ice is number 11, Tom McCarthy. And he couldn't get by the Leaf defense. Turnbull pass. Broken up. Over the line for Smear. Smear right in front. They bang on his side. And Sira had to stop that right on his doorstep. Now over the line we have a fight. Laurie Boschman into a mix-up.
Oh, they're all out there now. With 2:47 to play, Boschman ends up on the bottom. He had the upper hand moments ago.
Hartsburg on the defense with Kurt Giles. Puck comes back. Goes to Curls. That one goes right on the net. Back for it is Hartsburg. Hartsburg takes his time. Wheels it to Bobby Smith. Bobby Smith not going too far. Just drags the puck. A pass for Hartsburg. Ends up on Giles' stick. Goes back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg moves up the center. Gets it over. Oh, and that shot was wide by Steve Payne. Another shot into the corner. Payne then back for Smith again. He comes right out in front of the net. There's a drive. That one bounces. Oh, and Yuri Sura just got his glove up in time. Here is another fight. Hartsburg.
And Payma. Those fists are flying. Uh-oh. Hey, they played together with Birmingham, and I don't like to see that kind of stuff, but these two fine young players. No, I'm thinking of Ricky Vive, of course. Payma is the Leaf player involved, and Hartsburg for the North Stars. Payma 99. Skates away from it all, but a little clawing and scratching going on there.
He's hurt his hand, too.
Well, that tires you out, too, when you get in a scrap like that, especially with a big, strong fellow like Hartsburg. We haven't said much about Hartsburg tonight, Bill, but he's got a brilliant future in hockey. One of the most promising young defensemen in the game today, and they've got a lot of talent in the league this year, the young players. He was one of the baby bulls at Birmingham, and Lou Nanne said he was just flabbergasted that he was still available in the draft. They have to walk up a lot of steps here to the dressing room area, and our cameraman catches Craig Hartsburg, a very tired Craig Hartsburg, going into the Minnesota dressing room. So they've got McCarthy in there, and Hartsburg now, Payma, and Boschman of the Leafs. Fighting penalties to Hartsburg and Payma at 18-11.
We have 1:49 left in the third period. 6-3, Minnesota leading. On the faceoff, Darrell Sittler fails to get the puck out. Cleared by Burroughs, finally out and down the ice. Going back to get it is Tim Young. Right in front of his own net and nearly lost it to 5. Back up at center ice. Over for Kristoff. Kristoff was knocked off the puck by Turnbull. Now it's Sittler and Turnbull coming down together. Sittler took a shot, and that was stopped, and Sittler was knocked down. Tim Young of the North Stars gets it over. Greg Smith gets it ahead to Eves. Eves goes over with a shot into the corner. Zanuzzi's after it as well. He's given a bump. Out in front of the net. Here's a drive, and that's wide. Kristoff let that one fly. 47 seconds is the time remaining in this third period. It goes over for Kazicki. Kazicki over the line. Into Derlego, right in front of the net, and it's tipped ahead, and the North Stars break away. Tom Youngin was poke-checked by Ron Wilson, and the puck is shot down the ice with 25 seconds, and they get a whistle on the face-off all the way back in lead third.
I can't ever recall, Bill, doing a playoff game when the margin of shots on goal was 61-25. No. I don't recall a team taking 5 straight penalties, although I'm sure that's happened in some of the games we've covered in the past. 61 shots at Erie Serra tonight. Now the fans are leaving by the hundreds with only 23 seconds on the clock.
Two teams will be fairly tired when they play again tomorrow night. The puck goes into the corner. It's Derlego shooting it out to center ice. Red Barrett getting it over to Anderson. Anderson just drags the puck, gets it up to Youngins, then cleared by Pulich. That goes into the corner. There goes the horn. The game is over. And the Minnesota North Stars defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs in the first game, 6-3.
They've been very strong on home ice, and they come off with a victory and take a 1-game lead in the best-of-5 first-round series with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Second game here tomorrow night. Third game back in Toronto Friday night on the CBC.
Well, there's Ed Sonmore, the coach of the North Stars, congratulating his team, who completely dominated. In just a moment, our 3-star selection.
Mike Eaves opened the scoring in the third period for the Minnesota North Stars to make it 5-2. Rick Vibe made it 5-3 on an assist from Dave Burroughs, but Steve Kristoff from Giles